Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to my Fallout 4 Mod Spotlight series, where today we are having a look at the 10mm SMG mod, which is being made by user Major McCracken, and what this glorious little piece of work looks to add into the game is this beautiful gun that we had back in Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, but for some unknown reason Bethesda decided to take out of Fallout 4. I don't understand why they did that to so many wonderful things they had created, but thanks to the amazing modding community, we have this gun back in its rightful place, and thankfully it's pretty easy for you to get your hands on when you start a new game, as it'll start popping up at around level 6 on raiders, gunners, and also you should find it in vendors as well. Now as for what you get, the standard 10mm SMG is just a beautiful piece of modeling here. I really do love all the detail that was put into this thing. It just looks gorgeous, frankly. And with the standard modifications on it, it will do 20 damage using, of course, the 10mm ammo, at a firing rate of 93, range of 83, accuracy of 67, weight of 5.7. Now, in the most basic standard form, it is actually semi-automatic rather than fully auto, though there is also a standard automatic receiver, but whenever I've found this in the world so far, in its standard form, it seems to have this semi-automatic receiver. And, actually, I should also point out now that there is a prerequisite for this gun. You do need the Nuka World DLC for this weapon to work. I'm not 100% sure as to why, but it is a requirement, so do make sure you have that. Now, once you do play around with this a bit more, you can make some pretty interesting other weapons, including, oh boy, this one with a giant freaking suppressor on it, which is a whole heck of a lot of fun. And also the highest amount of damage I was able to create with this without any perks. I was able to get this up to 35, which is pretty decent for an early game weapon, considering you do start finding these at level 6. Now let's take a look at the modifications that we do have on hand, and then we'll do some fire testing. So, as for the receivers, which of course we'll start out with, it's the pretty typical affair. You go back and forth between different powered semi-automatic receivers and automatic receivers and then armor piercing, etc., up to the two most powerful ones, the powerful automatic receiver and the advanced semi-automatic receiver. So you have a lot of good choices in here to get it exactly how you want your gun. Now in stock we have three choices, either no stock, a full stock, which is just a solid piece of metal back there, and a recoil compensated stock, which I quite like the look of. And then in magazines we have the pretty standard affair here of either standard magazine, large, quick eject standard, and large quick eject, and just, again, whichever you choose to go with. In sights, it's a little lacking. I was hoping for a few more, but we do at least have either the regular reflex, the circle reflex, recon scope, and of course just the standard iron sights, which I have to say is actually one of my few complaints about this SMG. I love this gun. The modder did a great job on it, but the iron sights are actually a little difficult, frankly. At least in my opinion, but you guys might find it different. So as for muzzle, the last of our modifications here, we either have a no muzzle, a compensator, a gun runner suppressor, and a normal suppressor. Now between the two of them, they have different resource requirements over here, but also the gun runner suppressor seems to not quite drop the accuracy down as much, and also makes it so the range doesn't drop down as much. The regular suppressor seems a bit worse, as it drops down the range and accuracy a heck of a lot more, though the gun runner suppressor will weigh a lot more, so just whatever you do want to balance there is what you'll go with. And overall, either way, they're both kind of cool looking. That one, of course, bulky as hell. But alright, so that is the modifications that we do have for the 10mm SMG, so let us actually go and get some shots off. Now with the standard semi-automatic 10mm receiver, there's the word I was trying to look for there, it basically sounds like the standard 10mm gun, as you can hear here. So nothing too different. Animation is pretty good. Seems maybe a little bit off in positioning, but overall, I mean, that's not really something you'll notice. Now, as for the iron sight, and like I said with my complaint, it's just the front end of the iron sight, as you can see there, is very, very thin and kind of hard to see, especially against lighter backgrounds, like right back there. Against the water, it's not so horrible, but against the ground back that way, it's actually kind of hard for me to get a good aim shot out of this. But that is, of course, why you do have the option of the recon scopes. You can just pop one of those on, as I do have on the next two. So let's take a look at the recoil compensated one, which is the most powerful of the automatic receivers that I could put on this thing. We got a recon scope and a large magazine holding 40 rounds, and so we can unload pretty nicely. There we go, all 40 rounds shot out pretty darn quickly, and it is, so enjoyable. And I'm actually wondering if maybe perhaps that sound is why we need Nuka World. That sounds familiar. It could be, but don't quote me on that. Now finally, the last gun that we have here, the Suppressed Advanced 10mm SMG, which is just another semi-automatic one, but of course suppressed, which you get the standard 10mm suppressed sound out of it, but is the most powerful of the various versions of the receiver we have, with 35 damage, again without any perks adjusting that. So let us of course go over to our usual test subject, I guess is a nicer way of calling this poor dog we kill every episode, and see how many shots it does take for us to take this guy down. Let's get him. One. That took down about a third of his health or so. Oh, he's a runner. You know what? You know what? He just deserves automatic fire. Die! Oh, I'm never gonna hit him. I died. Did not hit him at all. And he ran really far away. Oh, look at that. Oh, no, he chased off the deer. He chased off the rad stag. All right, well, he didn't die, like usual, but, we wounded him very badly, and that was mainly up to just my poor shooting. And the choice of going with an automatic submachine gun at that distance, not exactly the most accurate of things, but hey, I had fun with it, and that's all I frankly care about. So yes, this is the 10mm SMG mod, bringing back that glorious gun from Fallout 3 and New Vegas, giving us a new use for it here in Fallout 4, and I love it. It fits in with the world nicely. It is, of course, lore-friendly, as we have seen it in previous games. And it was a cool gun back then, which again confuses me as to why they took it out of this particular game. But, oh well, what are you gonna do? That's why we have beautiful, beautiful modders. But do go check this out, link in the description as always, and I of course hope that you guys have enjoyed this episode today, and that you do come back for the next, when hopefully we'll be looking at yet another wonderful mod. But until that time, thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one. Oh my god, I finally got him! There we go. Now the episode can be completed. Later, folks!